what we do, like when we compare ourselves, is we look at other people's strengths and achievements and all the great things about them while denying the great things in us. We just have to take time to really get to know ourselves and really get to love ourselves, to really appreciate that beauty. Hi all my beautiful kings and queens out there, it's your girl Zafina here and I'm back with another YouTube video. So in this video is going to be a girl talk. I love girl talks, I love watching them, I love doing them, I love talking girl talk things. Even though that this can benefit not just the girls, but this can benefit the guys too. And today I'm going to be talking about comparing yourself to others and different things like that. I've been struggling with this a lot ever since I was younger. It's a normal thing that I still struggle with sometimes. Yeah, so we're just gonna get straight into this video. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that fun amazing stuff, and let's just get right into this video. Okay, so I just want to give you guys like a backstory, like my confidence, like self-esteem. You guys have asked me questions like on like how to be more confident, self-esteem and stuff like that. I was not always like this. Like growing up, I was very shy when I was growing up. Like I was very low in self-esteem, very low in confidence. There's times when I felt like I wasn't worthy enough, like I wasn't worth it, like I just wasn't worth it, and that's just like how I felt when I was younger. I don't know what that was due to, but that's literally how I felt. And as I grew up, it got worse and worse and worse, and I feel like I'm starting to love myself more and more now. And that's how things should be, period. Like you should be in love with yourself more and more all the time. Now I'm not gonna cap and be like, oh my gosh, like my self-confidence, self-esteem is all the way up there. Like there are times when I still compare myself to others. There are times when I still feel bummy, where I don't feel my best, and that's a normal thing, that's a human thing. So if you are feeling that way, I just want to say it is normal. It is a human thing to compare yourself to others. Just like the quote says, the grass is always greener on the other side. So you could look at another pretty girl or another pretty person, another pretty boy, whoever's watching this video, you can look at them and be like, oh my gosh, like they're so beautiful, they're so pretty, I wish I looked like them, and then constantly just compare yourself to them and compare everything. You can compare your nose, your eyebrows, your eyes, your lips, your eyelashes, like you can compare everything to them. What we often do not realize, and something that I most recently like really got to understand, I've heard this before, but comparing ourselves to others it's not accurate at all. Because when we compare ourselves to others, it's like we're looking at other people's like strengths and like what's so good about them while denying our own. So you can compare yourself to others in multiple different ways. You can compare yourself to them with your personality and be like, oh, I wish I was a fun person like them, or I wish I had a laid back chill personality like them, or whatever. You can compare yourself to others in multiple different ways and compare your lifestyle to them, compare your career to them. But what we do, like when we compare ourselves, is we look at other people's strengths and achievements and all the great things about them while denying the great things in us. And that's when it becomes a huge problem, and then we just make ourselves feel weaker about each other, because we can look at other people's strengths and be like, just like I can be like, oh my gosh, like her nose is perfect, like I want her nose, I don't want mine. And you know that it's doing, that's just making me feel more better about myself when I compare myself to others. So just to know that it's a human thing and not everybody has their best days. I'm pretty sure that the people that you're looking at on Instagram, social media, they've all could probably compare themselves to other people once in their life. They've all had times when they don't feel their best. They've all had times when they don't feel great inside. That's a human thing, that's a natural thing. Just like what I said from before, the grass is always greener on the other side. But we have to realize with social media, there's a lot of unrealistic beauty standards, and I made a whole video about this, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit inside here because it goes with it. Social media and just society today has so much unrealistic body standards and unrealistic beauty standards. There's a quote I said inside that video also, and it was saying how we are not born with insecurities. Like we aren't born thinking, oh my gosh, my nose is not big enough, or oh my gosh, my lips aren't big enough, or oh my gosh, my titties aren't big enough. Like we don't pop out the womb talking about, oh, I don't have a fat butt. Like that's not how we are popped out the womb. But that's not what we're thinking when we're popped out the womb. We aren't born with these insecurities. We are told what to be insecure about, and that's all due to society and unrealistic beauty standards that society has placed that is unrealistic, because nobody's born perfect. Nobody's born with the perfect jawline, the perfect body. Like nobody's born perfect. I would say one of the big things like that I've been doing, one of the big things with like comparing yourself and stuff like that, is to honestly like get off of social media. I'll like be real with y'all, like TikTok, there's a lot of beautiful people on TikTok. So I'll literally look at girls on TikTok and I'll be like, oh my gosh, like, why don't I look like that? Oh, I wish I looked like that, blah, 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 blah. And I wouldn't be focused on my beauty within, my beauty with, I was about to say without, my beauty on the outside, like my outer inner beauty. I would be focused on them. That was not healthy for me at all, because every single time I would go on TikTok and like see all those beautiful people, make me more and more insecure, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So I honestly like stopped going on TikTok for a while, but like stopped like searching through my For You page and stuff like that, and just went on there to post. But anyway, like find your triggers, like find what triggers you, like what makes you compare yourself, like what things makes you compare yourself to others. You spend a lot of time on social media looking at a whole bunch of people on your Instagram feed, like are you doing that, which makes you feel more insecure, makes you feel more down? Find your triggers, find what triggers you, and just know that on social media everybody posts their highlight reels. They post when they're looking good. On social media you don't really see a lot of people posting the bad, the ugly, the yucky, the nasty. Like people want people to see them doing good, them looking good. Who wants to show like the bad, yucky side of everything? They want to show their highlight reels, and that's with everybody, even me. I want to show me looking my best on social media. Most of the time when we look at other people, we're comparing their highlight reels to us. We all have beauty within, we all have beauty on the outside. We just have to take time to really get to know ourselves and really get to love ourselves, to really appreciate that beauty. God bless us all, and we are all fearfully and wonderfully made, period. And I always remember that scripture because that helped me a lot with my confidence. I'm gonna give you guys a quick story because this goes with like comparing yourself. I feel like this video is all around the place, but it still goes in the whole thing of comparing yourself, because I'm just talking to you guys. It's not really like a tip 1, tip 2, tip 3. It's just like an open conversation. You guys can comment down below anything y'all want to say if y'all have any tips on this. But there was a story that I was reading, and it was basically like this farmer, and there was a whole bunch of different flowers. So then all the different flowers was like, oh, I want to be this other flower, oh, I want to be this other flower. So then there was this one flower, which I think was a tulip or whatever, and then like one of the other flowers had asked the tulip, why am I speaking so fast? One of the other flowers had asked the tulip and was like, why aren't you complaining? Like, how come you don't want to be the biggest, better flower or whatever? How come you don't want to be a different flower or whatever? And then the tulip said, if the farmer didn't want me, then he wouldn't have placed me here. So that really just shows like the worth of God. Didn't want me to be the way that I am, then he wouldn't have placed me there. So the farmer made the tulip the way that the tulip was, and planted the tulip because the tulip was beautiful, and the tulip focused on its own beauty because the tulip knew that they were worthy and that they are wanted there because they were planted in the first place. So God made us all because he wanted us here. Like, we're all beautifully made by God, and we have to really focus on our beauty and our own strength. This is my body. Like, that's what we have to understand. This is my body. That's what everybody has to understand. Like, I'm gonna be in this body for however long God blessed me with on this earth to live. This is my body, so I have to love it. I have to cherish it. I cannot spend my time focusing on other people's beauty. I should spend my time focusing on my beauty, on my worth. But it gets hard at times because you're like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that, instead of admiring what we already have. Like, look in the mirror and just be like, dang, Miss Girl, you fine. Like, you gotta hype yourself up. Like, be your best hype man. And that's not on no cocky stuff. That's just hyping your own self up. Hyping yourself up, even when you don't feel it, will affect you. Just like with affirmations, saying I'm beautiful, saying I'm strong, I'm pretty, I'm healthy, I'm rich, all that stuff affects you. You really are what you think, and people don't understand that. And the Bible, I'm talking a lot about the Bible, but period. The Bible talks about, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you keep thinking those negative thoughts about yourself, then you're going to keep thinking negative thoughts. That's why I said find your triggers, find what triggers you so that you can stop and exit out those negative thoughts. So once you start thinking about yourself like, dang, like, just literally start thinking of yourself as the hottest person in the world. Like, not on no cocky stuff, but think of yourself as the hottest, most beautiful person in the world, and you'll start to gain that mentality. Not on no cocky stuff, but like, think of yourself as just like made in God's image. Like I was saying, fearfully and wonderfully made. Think of yourself as beautiful. Think of yourself as fine, as pretty, as sexy. However, think of yourself in a positive light. If you want to gain confidence, think about yourself more confidently. Focus on all the good things that you do have. Don't focus on the negative things that you have, because that's only holding you back. If you keep focusing on what you don't have, then that's all that's going to be for you. Being patient with yourself and being kind to yourself. Know that you are a human being. Know that you do make mistakes. Know that You are a human. And I know this video is going all over the place, but I'm telling y'all it's on the same topic. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. That's the end of this video. We come to the end of this video. Hope that you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see any more videos like this, please make sure to give this video a big like, comment down below, also subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that amazing, wonderful, awesome, litty stuff. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.